Welcome to the PHP Security course. Today we are focusing on input validation. Input validation is a crucial aspect of web application security in PHP. Let's explore why input validation is so important. Without proper input validation, malicious users can inject harmful code, steal sensitive data, or even compromise the entire application. Input validation is the first line of defense. It ensures data integrity and prevents common attacks such as SQL injection and cross-site scripting, often abbreviated as XSS. There are primarily two types of input handling techniques that we will discuss. These are validation and sanitization. Validation checks if the input meets the specific criteria, such as data type, format, or length, and rejects any invalid data. Sanitization cleans and transforms the input to make it safe for processing by removing or encoding potentially harmful characters. PHP provides built-in functions to handle input validation and sanitization efficiently. The two primary functions are filter_var and filter_input. Filter_var is used to filter a single variable. Here's an example. A variable email is assigned a value of user at example.com. The filter_var function is used to validate the email address using the filter validate email filter. Another example is a variable URL is assigned a value of https://example.com. The filter_var function is used to validate the URL using the filter validate URL filter. Filter_input is used to filter input from various sources such as GET or POST requests. A variable name is assigned the value returned by the filter_input function. It takes input post, username and filter sanitize string as arguments. Another example is variable age is assigned the value from the filter_input function with input get, age and filter validate int as arguments. PHP offers a range of filters for validating data types and sanitizing input. For data types, we have filter validate email, which validates email addresses ensuring they adhere to the standard email format. We also have filter validate URL, which validates URL formats. We have filter validate int, which validates that a variable is an integer. When sanitizing data, we have filter sanitize string, which removes or encodes special characters from a string. We have filter sanitize email, which removes illegal characters from an email address. Lastly, we have filter sanitize URL, which removes illegal characters from a URL. Cross-site scripting, often abbreviated as XSS, is a common web security vulnerability. To prevent XSS attacks, it is essential to use functions like htmlspecialchars and strip tags. The function htmlspecialchars converts special characters to HTML entities, preventing browsers from executing malicious code. The function accepts the input string, encoding quotes and the character set as arguments. Strip tags removes HTML and PHP tags from a string, helping to sanitize user input and prevent XSS attacks. In the example, the strip tags function is used with the HTML variable and allows paragraph and break tags. Here's an example of a complete validation function that uses both validation and sanitization techniques. We define a function called validate user input that takes a variable data as an argument. Inside the function, the variable email is assigned the result of the filter var function with the email field from the data array and the filter validate email. The variable name is assigned the result of htmlspecialchars function with a trimmed version of the name field in the data array with entity quotes. Next, there is a conditional statement. If not email or if the name variable is empty, then the function will return false. The function returns an array with the validated email and name. Let's summarize the best practices for input validation in PHP. First, always validate user input. Never trust any data you receive, and make sure to validate all data before processing or storing it. Second, sanitize the output. Always use htmlspecialchars, and use escaping when displaying user data to prevent XSS attacks. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.